Let's shift our focus to the Vaal now, where residents in the area are calling on government to assist with evacuations after flash floods hit the area. The dam is overflowing and there's been extensive damage to property as well as infrastructure. Now, some residents, fearing a looming disaster, are opting to evacuate as a precautionary measure. Senior reporter Silindelo Masikane is there for us with the very latest. Good morning, Silindelo. So community members have opted to evacuate immediately. Just give us a sense of the situation this hour.
Well, our colleague Joko and I are here in the Silindelo Park area, which is one of the worst hit areas here in the Vaal in terms of the floods that have taken place over the weekend. We know that a number of the floodgates at the Vaal Dam, at least 12 at this point, have been opened due to the fact that there's been just heavy rainfall. And in order to preserve the infrastructure, those floodgates have been opened, resulting in a number of these areas being flooded, a number of homes having water in them or being damaged or destroyed, as well as certain plots around the Silindelo Park area which are underwater. Joko will show you that in fact one of those homes, as we were driving in here in Silindelo Park, is one of the worst hit. In fact, the owner of this particular plot is sitting in his bakkie just inside the property. However, he at this point does not want to speak to the media, but has allowed us to show the extent of the damage to his home as well as his property. You can see that a number of his vehicles are submerged underwater, and it does seem as though that his home as well has been damaged by the floods. And then to my left, you can see that some kind of a dam, in fact, has formed on his property due to the levels of the water. So we are expecting to speak to one of the officials from the Water and Sanitation Department, who has made their way to the Vaal Dam, just to give us a sense as to what the progress is in terms of the floodgates that have been opened, and exactly perhaps some kind of the relief that's going to be provided to some of these affected communities. We do understand that many of those communities that are along the Vaal Dam have been asked to evacuate in order to ensure that there is no loss of life, and thankfully so at this point. It just seems as though it's infrastructure that's been damaged for many, but at this stage no loss of life that's been reported.
All right, most certainly a relief that at the very least no life has been lost. Silindelo, we'll leave it there for now and catch up with you a bit later on. That senior reporter Silindelo Masikane monitoring that story for us.